back down. And yes, for those who did not know, exercising is very technical. When we straighten out the arms, you understand the chest is relaxing.
All gyms are not created equal. Guess what? We have this. When have you ever seen this on a free motion machine? Well, cable machine for the most part. I said free motion. But when have you ever seen this on a cable machine outside of a free motion machine? This actually allows you to be able to focus on not having to fight through stability when you want to start off. So we're gonna start off with flies. I'm gonna keep the feet nice and close to challenge the abs. And the beautiful thing is I worked abs yesterday to a point I can still feel abs right now. So it's a lot easier to make sure that I'm keeping attention in the abs. Starting off nice and light. Like I said, for my filler sets, I like to generally do anywhere between 15 to 20. Sometimes I might do 30, but I ain't gonna do 30 this time around. Body feeling good. Easy. I tell you, if your gym has access to this, you are lucky. This is actually the first gym I've been to, and I go to a lot of gyms that has this piece of equipment. Because for those who do know, once we start getting heavier with the weight, you have to focus on stability. I generally open up my feet, but the beautiful thing is I get to actually continuously challenge the core as I do my flies. Really get that squeeze. And one thing I like to do, you haven't seen me do this before, I like to do ISOs sometimes, like this. And remember, when we're doing these, don't tilt the chest forward. Keep the chest nice and tall. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, even when you come out the press. Because a lot of people do this. Y'all like to tuck. You're taking away from the resistance that you're applying to the chest when you tuck forward. So remember, stand nice and tall. Let's get it. So remember, even if you're doing progressive overload and you don't feel comfortable with the exercise selection at the moment, meaning your body doesn't feel 100%, do not go up with the weight. Because remember, this can increase the chance of you getting injured. So the only time we go up with the weight when we're doing progressive overload is when we feel comfortable with going up. And remember, you don't want to go up too high to a point that it takes away from the next effort, from the next set. So be very cautious about how you go up. You can keep it small sometimes. You can do 5 each time. You can do 10 each time. You can do 25 and then slow it down and do 10 and then do 5 the next set. So many different ways to tackle progressive overload, but just make sure you're not biting off too much that you can chew. Let's get it. I love this exercise. Oh, and 2, when the weight gets heavy, I like to actually one and then the other, and then I'll assume position. Because remember, the starting position is going to be the toughest when you start. Man, this pad is saving my life. I don't think y'all understand.
That's what I said.
So nice and controlled. Everything controlled again. See how boring this looks, but it's effective. Make sure the breathing is. Now I want you to understand, I can easily do 3 plates on this. When you slow it down, you're gonna recruit everything. So sometimes take it slow. It looks super boring to me, but it is effective. So if you wanna get the muscle popping out with the extra 3D definition, start adding that time and attention. Like I said, I just be being goofy when I say time and attention is overrated, but it does serve a purpose. But do understand you wanna mix and match with fast pace and slow pace. They both serve different purposes. When we resetting, do understand, when I mean resetting, I mean falling back to the starting position, we shouldn't be flaring up. Remember, this is gonna make the shoulders vulnerable. We wanna keep it low. But remember, they don't wanna be too low, because if it's too low, then we're really working triceps. So you wanna have it like that in between. If it's too high, then we actually activating shoulders. Nice and tall. Also remember, when we straighten out the arms, you understand the chest is relaxing. So we do want to keep a small bit in the elbow. Remember this, chest is relaxing. Everything's falling into triceps, a little bit of shoulders. Yeah, you're gonna feel like you peak contracting, but you don't have any tension in the chest, so do be mindful of that. If you noticed, like I said, you don't have to do a lot of exercises. We've already did 3 chest exercises effectively. Now we're gonna go into 2 bicep exercises and we out the door. You can get a lot of results if you just make sure you pay attention and effectively break down the body. That's it. That's it. Take notes. Pay attention. Let me teach you how to do it. So with these, we're gonna just do 10. Once again, I love the fact that this pad is right here. It's saving our life. We don't have to fight for a lot of stability right now. So, up, boom, down. partials too. So I'm a big fan of partials. It's all about when to add them in. So we're gonna do 10 full range of motion, and then we're just gonna do 5 partials. We're gonna do it at the same time. Let's get it. When training biceps, elbow position is gonna play a huge role in how you're gonna be able to develop and break down the biceps. So a lot of us, when we come up, we're not paying attention that we're drawing the elbow so far back that we're actually losing some of the resistance that we wanna keep in the bicep. With this particular exercise, once we lock that elbow positioning, boom, here, get the peak of the squeeze, just like this, and just control it back down from right there. So we shouldn't be shifting the elbows back, because like I said, if you shift the elbows back, you're gonna start losing some of the tension from the biceps, and you're not gonna be able to break them down the way that you want. So peak game. And yes, for those who did not know, exercising is very technical, very technical. So here, you see my arm stretched out. All we're doing is coming up. Nice squeeze. Controlling down. You see how the elbow position doesn't come back? Up. Squeeze. You still time under tension right now. Still got to do my 5 partials, but I went up 5 pounds on the weight. That shit got me. That shit definitely got me. But then I always like to do, worst case worst, 10-second countdown and get right back to it. I'm gonna stick with 15s next time. With these in particular, we wanna go close grip. As you can see, my hands is in the closest it can be. You're going just like this, up, squeeze, back down. So one thing I want you to be mindful of, you know I like to do isometric holds. This is gonna be a good one. When you get to the top, I really want you to focus on squeezing the bicep as much as you can. Do remember, just because you're tired, don't just drop the weight. Control it down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Whatever you can personally handle. We can do 3 sets of this and we out the door. Remember, when we train in arms, the most important part, I got this shit on a lot of videos and I'm gonna tell you time and time again, is control down. It's gonna be very important. Make sure you're controlling down the whole time. But then always remember too, you gotta be real careful about loading with heavy weight. In order to really develop and build your biceps, you don't always need a lot of weight. I would honestly recommend focusing on a little bit more time and tension, and I'm gonna give you a few tips in later videos. But let's get it. And you're gonna actually feel that we're hitting the body a little, we're hitting the biceps a little different today. Like I said, feet close together so you can challenge core. Make sure you squeeze your back, make sure you squeeze your glutes as well. All the way up. Squeeze. Bring it down slow. Tell me I want to drop that shit. Hurt.